Comedy bang bang, 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 comedy bang bang.
Happy New Year! Just kidding. Hey, welcome to the show.
You got them!
I totally got you.
Oh, what a piece of work is mine.
Welcome to the show. This is Comedy Bang Bang for another week, and this is a very special episode of Comedy Bang Bang. I am your host, Scott Aukerman, and this is very special because this is part 2 of our Comedy Bang Bang Best of 2012 specials. Wow, we have one Dune, right?
One Dune as
Frank Herbert.
As Frank Herbert hoped to see before his death of sand poisoning.
That's right. They used to sandboard him because he was a terrorist.
He wouldn't give up his secrets about this world he created.
They'd say, "Where is Dune? Lead us to it."
Sorry, I made it up.
And pour sand down his mouth. Yeah. And he died.
He just had it coming.
Let me introduce who you're listening to, by the way. This is professional comedian Paul F. Tompkins.
That's right. I get paid for it.
My co-host for the entire program.
Hello.
Perhaps you heard our part 1.
I bet you did.
I hope you did. If you didn't and you are listening to this, I mean, sure, this can be the first episode you listen to.
Absolutely.
No problem. But I would say go back and listen to part 1.
And you know what? I would say if they started with the best of part 2, they're kind of they're a bit savvy because they're saying,
"Hey, I want to hear the best. I don't want to hear the 10 through 6.
Why don't I cut to the very best? And why don't I fast forward to like
to number 1?
There's 10 minutes left, so I don't have to wade through.
They're like, "Hey, let's cut to the chase here.
Hey,
cha-cha.
cha. Hey,
Hey, what's your favorite dance, cha-cha?"
how many years do you think it's been since anyone has imitated Dennis Miller? A decade?
I know that at the office it's been probably one day.
Oh, really?
For me, yeah. So anyway, Paul, let me just explain briefly, if this is someone's first episode, what they're listening to here.
Oh, for them? I
Yes.
thought you were going to explain it to me.
I can explain it to you. Do you not know what's happening?
Scott, explain it to me like I have no idea what's going on.
Paul, I don't think you have any idea what's going on, do you?
I don't.
Okay, let me explain. Comedy Bang Bang is a podcast, and it is a great podcast. And maybe you've heard about it, and maybe you heard, hey, it's really great, but you don't know how quite to get into it because you look at our vast archive.
Or you're skeptical.
Sure.
And you say, you know what? I'm not going to listen to your vast archive. I'm going to listen to this best of, and then I'll make my own decision.
That's right. So that's why we put these out at the end of the year, to highlight the best moments from the show. And these are all voted on by the listeners.
The listeners, these are people that have done the work for you of listening to the show. And it is an arduous, tedious task.
That's right. I do not recommend it.
No.
I don't know why any of you are.
If there was a separate subscription feed for just the best of episodes.
Oh,
so that twice a year.
That's the problem is most people just want the best of episodes and they subscribe and then they have to listen to all those other ones and then they end up voting on them.
Yes.
But yeah, everyone votes on their 10 favorite episodes of the year. We take the top 10 of those votes and we play them back to you. We've already heard 10 through 6, including some bonus clips. And we're going to have, in this episode, we're going to break it down from 5 to 1, including a couple of bonus clips. And I know. I
think right now people are saying that's impossible.
To do what I just said?
To do what you just said.
It's not. In fact, it's so possible we're going to prove.
We're doing it not because it is easy, but because it is hard.
That's right.
Before this decade is through.
Yes.
We will count down from 5 to 1.
The decade of 2002 through 2012.
That is correct.
Yes. I guess I should have said 2003 to 2012, shouldn't I have?
Yeah.
Who cares?
You know what? It's not as much fun.
Don't write me any letters.
Don't ever.
Ever.
Print is dead, so stop printing. And stop cursiving. Thought you could get me on a loophole.
Oh, I thought I could.
The kind you'd see in cursive.
So let's get to it. What do you say? Let's
I'm not
start
stopping it, Scott.
No, I'm trying to say enough with the bullshit.
No,
let's get to it.
Yes, I know. I understand,
You know what I mean?
but I'm not the impediment here. It's the listener.
It's not that I'm saying you're in the impediment, but I wish you'd stop impeding things. Have you ever wanted to hear a podcast of two people who are really mad at each other and putting on brave faces?
You know what? Now I do. I would like to listen to a strain.
Mad at you cast.
Not mad about you.
No, mad at you.
Mad at you. And it stars Paul Reiser and Helen Hunt.
Oh, and she's naked like she is in the sessions.
That's right.
Oh, that would be my
Did
favorite
she get
part.
naked in the sessions?
Oh, yeah, all the time. Every scene.
What?
Yeah, she's naked in every single scene, including the guy's funeral at the end. Spoiler.
That seems improper. Improper?
Well, who are you all of a sudden?
I was trying to say improper and inappropriate at the same time.
Impropriate. Let's get on it, Wikipedia, dictionary.com.
Come on, Wiktionary.
So this comes to us, this episode is coming to us at number 5.
Number 5.
That's right, number 5.
That's right.
That's right.
Number 5.
Singers, stop singing number 5. This is episode number 5, and this is episode 167, an episode entitled New No-Nos.
Oh.
Are you ready for it, Paul?
Yeah, I am. This one, Jesus Christ. This one really killed me.
Yes. It's the kind of segment that makes, listeners were telling me that they were walking around their house just saying it for weeks and weeks to come.
I can absolutely see that.
No.
Oh. I hate it and love it at the same time.
By the way, if you liked New No-Nos, go listen to our holiday episode that came out a couple of weeks ago where
right.
Paul Rust has some new, you know how he called them new no-no-nos?
Yes.
Well, they are new ho-ho-hos.
That's right. for
Christmas new no-nos.
Yeah. It's based on Santa Claus.
Yeah, the Santa Claus myth.
He's known to say ho, ho, ho.
Yes, the myth of Kris Kringle.
Kris Kringle, Saint Nick, Old Scratch, Beelzebub. He's got many
Mephisto.
names. Mephisto.
So, tell you what, Paul, what do you say? Let's take a break here for a second.
okay.
All right, I got you on my side now.
And
Now you're
why
ready.
wouldn't you take a break? You work too hard. You gotta take a break.
Come on, you gotta take a break. You know, I mean, I love you. You know, I mean, we're going out. You know. You live with me, you know. That's our Woody. By the way, if you didn't hear part 1, that's our. We've been doing Woody Allen impressions as
So
we
hateful.
record these.
So hateful.
Comedy Bang Bang, welcome back.
Comedy Bang Bang.
Welcome back. You got it. You heard it here first from me and not Paul.
That's right. You heard it from me second. You got welcome back to Comedy Bang Bang.
Second style.
Why don't you go sit in an empty pool and be sad?
Number 4.
Number 4, that's right. And this comes to us from episode 148.
What an intriguing number.
Yeah. Now, let me set this clip up a little bit. This is from an episode called Wipeout.
Oh, yes.
Yes. Now, I had my good buddy Jason Mantzoukas on the show. A hilarious guy.
He's hilarious.
A hilarious guy who he plays Rafi on The League.
Rafi League. He plays the dictator's best friend.
The dictator, the Sacha Cohen
Balgu.
Balgu movie.
From The Hobbit. Now in theaters.
The Sacha Baron Cohen movie, The Dictator. He plays Sacha Baron Cohen's best friend in that.
He's on Enlightened.
He's so
As
great.
a miserable office worker.
He plays a weirdo on Parks and Rec. He's just one of my favorite people and actors.
Yes.
And I enjoyed doing the show with him. And all of a sudden, in the middle of the show, we have another guest.
Let's promise to always introduce who Jason is. We'll
Yes,
give some
no
credits.
matter what.
No matter what happens.
He deserves that.
He deserves it. It's fun to say his name, and
It
it's
is.
fun to provide his background.
It's fun to talk about his credits. So I say if we ever mention him again, let's
do
and
it.
I'm not saying that we're going to, because who knows what's left on our
No,
countdown.
but please let us make that dear promise to each other.
Yes. A promise is made. A New Year's promise. So anytime you talk about Jason Mantzoukas, you should talk about his credits.
Absolutely.
No matter if the person with whom you're speaking
It takes a village.
knows who Jason is or not.
Yes.
Hey, Mr. That's Austin Power. No, who's his name? Ace Ventura.
Powers.
Ace Ventura.
Oh, Ace
Hey,
Ventura.
Mr.
Do you
Right?
remember there was a Mr. Show rapping party?
Oh my God!
This was
Paul and I used to work on Mr. Show together.
Yes.
Not at the same time. Well, I mean,
never-
you were acting on it.
I was acting on the season when you were writing.
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly.
But there was a rap party for one season. Was it the end? Was it the last season?
Well, the very last season, we had Corey Feldman's band play.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was a bummer.
Well, yes. Along those lines, there was maybe the season before they had hired
lookalikes.
2 Ace Ventura lookalikes and Michael Jackson lookalike.
I think the Michael Jackson ones were the Corey Feldman year.
Oh, okay,
The
yes.
Ace Ventura lookalikes, and they were meant to roam the party and entertain us.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was, but it was kind of fun. I enjoyed hearing all their catchphrases.
For how long though?
Alrighty then.
Oh. They would do a
Yeah,
crazy
baby.
laugh or whatever.
Do you fancy a shag?
My wife.
Someone requested a strung together clips of all the times we say my wife on the show.
supercut
A
of those?
supercut of my wife's. And I can tell you, I do not want to go through and look up the time code for all those.
Who would? And also just hearing it by itself, it's all going to sound the same
It's just
for the
going to be
most
my
part.
wife, my wife, my wife, my wife, my wife, my wife.
There, you just saved everybody a lot of time.
Yeah, but if you want to make a supercut, have at it.
Yeah.
I can't do it myself.
Hey, if you're a mentally ill person, here's something to occupy your time.
Put down your perpetual motion machine and work on this for a minute.
Stop looking at people as if they're the devil and plotting ways to discourage them from the earth. Scourge them. Purge them from
Purge
the earth.
them. What is going on with your mouth?
I'm hungry. I haven't eaten lunch yet.
To scourge.
The Scourge! Remember from SNL? That great sketch? The Scourge!
The scourge. The scourge. Actually, well, but yeah. So what am I saying?
Beep, bop.
Beep. I went into a robot. Well, actually, I got a wah, a key, a poo. A bing, a bung, a boo, ba ba. Comedy, bing, bong. Guys, if this is your first episode listening to the show, I apologize.
And if this is your last episode listening to the show, I don't blame you.
I understand. That was fun, though. I enjoyed it. And hey, I hope that if it's your first time to the show, you're enjoying us having a good time.
What's more important to people consuming entertainment than that the entertainers themselves are enjoying themselves?
That's right. When I watch The Deer Hunter, I
Yeah.
want to know that Meryl Streep and Robert De Niro had some laughs on the set.
Yes, they had a great time. Well, how often do you think people laughed on the set of The Deer Hunter?
Oh, so much, I bet. I bet every take it was just like, I can't do this.
How about that movie, The Rabbit Hole, with Aaron Eckhart and Nicole Kidman that was about a dead child?
Do you think that anyone laughed once?
Do you think there was any bloopers? Like where somebody's like, "You're blaming me for his dooth." Oh, I'm sorry. I'm
dooth.
sorry.
What am I
said
saying?
dooth instead of death.
Do you think that in Dune, did they ever say like one down instead of one dune?
Probably. Yeah.
Oh, that's a blooper I want to see on the
So-
David Lynch cut.
Do you want to see the David Lynch Dune bloopers, or do you want to see the TV movie miniseries Dune bloopers?
Both next to each other and on top of each other.
Now we're talking about a supercut I can get behind.
And speaking of Woody Allen, this is I don't want to spoil it, but he's got a new
Why would you
project.
spoil it? Don't spoil
come
it for
on,
people.
no,
don't
I love
let them
you.
discover it on their own.
I
you
love
don't have
you.
to
Why
spoil
do you
it.
want to spoil? We're living together, you know. Come on.
I'm a weird sociopath. I'm incapable of feelings, but I love you.
Come on, I want him to be a friend of the show. All right. We're now at our top 3, Paul. Can you believe it?
I can't believe it, Scott.
Voted on by the listeners.
My life, what's happened? I'm an old man.
This episode, it's time for number 3.
Number 3.
Number 3, we're here at it. And a lot of people, when this came out, they said, can you top this episode ever?
I remember these fools.
This may be the best episode of all time. No, it came in at number 3.
It's relegated to the 3 heap. The 3 heap. Yay! Ba, 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 da, 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 da. Three.
Guys, I apologize once again.
I do not for this one.
Oh, good.
No, I
Okay.
think that was better than the last.
No regrets. It's better because we said threep a lot.
Yeah.
The rule of threeps. Comedy rule of threeps. All right.
Creeps the threep.
For our listeners with sensitive ears, I apologize. There was some language in there.
Got a little salty.
Got a little salty, but that's Tom Likas for you.
Love him or hate him, that's how he's going to talk.
Yeah. Usually it's hate him.
Yeah, hate him.
Yeah, 99.9%
You
of the time.
should hate him.
You really should.
Yeah.
But hey, friend of the show.
Why would you hate it?
We are not even sounding like Woody Allen anymore.
That's
Why
the
would
worst.
you hate him from beyond the grave?
Ghost of Woody Allen, these episodes that will occur or may occur.
I don't know, I just want him to occur. I just think that you and I... All right, sorry about that. Let's tell you what, let's regroup.
This is the home stretch, I call it.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm at home and I'm stretching. That's how I picture it in my mind.
Let's do the seventh inning stretch here.
Okay.
Take me out to the ball game. Da, 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 da. All right, enough. No, we're not going to do it.
I would have done it.
I know you would have.
For the record, I would have sung the whole thing.
I know.
Okay.
Threeps included.
You sounded so weary.
I know. We got to get to our number 2 and number 1, though. But you know what? Before we do that, we don't got to get to it because let's do a
bonus clip. Oh shit!
I fucked it up because I didn't say onus.
I hate myself.
Take 2. Here
That's
we go.
that's just in addition to what's happening now.
All right. Here we go. Ready? Take 2. Bonus clips. So this is a bonus clip from episode 184. This episode came out the day before the election.
Wow. Can you imagine such a thing?
When we re-elected President Barack Hussein Obamacare.
Scott.
Number 2.
Oh, great clip, huh?
It was a great clip. Here's what I want to ask you.
Yes, sir. I'm at your disposal.
Oh, this is that time of year where you have to answer any question I ask.
That's right.
Yeah.
New Year's Eve.
Yeah, it's full moon. Did it feel the same? Did the energy feel the same as the first time you had that combination of people?
It was just as fun. I will say I love doing stuff with those 3 people in that combination. It was just as fun. Obviously, Chelsea is laughing so hard, and I listened back to this last night, and it's just as fun to listen to. She was trying to catch a plane, by the way, if you're wondering why she kept saying she's late. She was like going to the airport right after this, and it was just stretching on, and we were getting weirder and weirder and crazier and crazier.
I would have died of anxiety if I'd been in that situation. Why would she ever schedule that?
It was the only time that we could do it. To get these 4 people in a room together,
It's like Halley's Comet, right?
It's like all those times that you hear about, like, Paul McCartney was going to come over and over to John Lennon's apartment.
That's right.
When they were going to jam together, but he never did. Like, he
they were
decided to go eat instead some scrambled eggs.
That's right. They were going to get together and just jam and hate each other like they used to.
Hey, John, I'm thinking of eating some scrambled eggs. What do you think?
It. I think you're a sellout for doing it.
Oh, well, still, me mum likes some.
Why don't you eat poached eggs?
Is that what you'd suggest, John?
We've always hated each other.
Aren't you the biggest creep in the world?
Isn't any creep bigger than me?
Go back and listen to the 2011 best of for more from those 2.
Forgot about that.
But yeah, I mean, look, I'm just glad that we were able to get all 4 of us back in a room together because
Scott, I think
they
we
said
all
it could not happen.
They said. Some people said it would not happen.
Mm-hmm. Some people said it should not happen.
These people were trying to prevent it from happening. It was something out of Dan Brown's The Da Vinci Codes.
But instead, we played some could have, should have, would have with you, and we got us all back in the room together, and that's what we heard.
That's right.
Well, Paul, I think that it is that
Scott,
time.
thanks for having me. I will
No,
see you next
no,
year.
my friends. There is one number yet to go.
Can I, before we get to this clip?
Yes, sir.
May I do an impression of my favorite moment from the movie Lincoln?
Sure.
Where Tommy Lee Jones is hurling around the craziest old-timey insults that even back then, how can anyone be offended by them?
And I like how they all start with like will the respected senator from Des Moines realize that?
Yes.
Like such preamble on
and
an insult.
they're the most florid, ridiculous things, and I can't imagine even back then that anyone would be like, This is an outrage that you said this to me.
Right.
I mean, we're in front of people. You say that to me?
Yeah.
And then everybody looks ridiculous, of course. Maybe that's why.
They're all wearing foppish wigs.
Yeah. But this
and ridiculous mustachios.
Tommy Lee Jones says something to this one guy, and then the camera zooms in on this guy as he goes, "How dare you!" I guess if you're willing to talk that way, I could see how you would be insulted by somebody calling you some sort of a dressed up dog of a dandy doodle.
You think they just drop it for me and go, "Hey, shut up, man."
Yeah. Fuck you. Has anyone ever said "fuck you" on the floor of the House? Whatever. I mean, has that ever happened?
Oh man, I want to hear it.
In the Senate, has anyone ever gone "fuck you"?
That's a supercut I want to hear.
Yeah.
All the times "fuck you" has ever been said on the floor. Well, Paul, thank you for that. And that's all the time we have. We can't get to our number one clip.
Oh, I'm sorry, you guys. I used up all the time.
No, of course we have time for this.
Fun.
This is our and your number one.
Number 1.
That's right, number one, and it is from your 150th episode.
Oh!
A very special episode called Time Bobby! And Paul, this is one of your favorite episodes.
This is a personal favorite of mine.
I noticed on Twitter you got out the vote. I
did.
were beating the drums for this episode.
I campaigned on behalf of this episode.
Let me give a little backstory about the voting, by the way.
I wish you would.
This episode and Farts and Procreation 2 were neck and neck.
Mm-hmm.
Literally one vote separating them and being constantly swapped. All of a sudden, Farts and Pro would be one vote ahead, and then Time Bobby, until you tweeted that you wanted people to vote for it, and then all your fans came out, and now it's about 300 ahead. So congratulations to you. It worked.
Well, I will say thank you to everyone who voted for this episode.
I'm glad they did. This is one of my favorite episodes. I talked about it on the AV Club. I guess what do they call that feature where I talked about 3 episodes from it, and this was one that I picked that I wanted to talk about.
Podmas?
No, not Podmas, but something about like, hey, these are 3 episodes that I like from my podcast, and you get interviewed. Anyway, you can check that out.
Oh yeah, that segment.
Yeah, that's up right now.
Yeah. I'm not familiar with that segment because I'm ineligible.
You'll get there, Tompcast. It's not, hey, pick your favorite Tompcast episodes.
Why not?
That'll come. They get to everything there. But no, this is one of my favorite episodes. It's let me set the scene here a little bit. I had friend of the show, Andrew Lloyd Webber, is on.
That's right.
He is the writer of such musicals as Phantom of the Opera.
Yes.
Cats.
Yes.
Jesus Christ Superstar.
Yes.
Joseph and His Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat.
Right. Not Les Miserables, as I assumed for many years, until someone just pointed out to me, like, no, it's not.
Should have been.
Yeah, it seems like
get on
could
that,
have been.
ALW.
Yeah. Hey, Andrew Lloyd Webber, why don't you get on having written Les Miserables?
Yeah. Or rewrite it. You know what I mean?
Rewrite that shit.
You can rewrite anything you want. No one can stop you.
Do a reboot.
That's right. I mean, the story's out there. Do your own music for it.
Yeah, it's got to be public domain.
Yeah, it has. At this point in this economy, come on.
Under Barack Hussein Obamacare?
So this is at the beginning of the clip, I'm talking to Lord Andrew Lloyd Webber for a bit, and we're talking about his career, and then in the middle of the clip, a very interesting person comes in.
An urchin.
A street urchin. We don't mean to spoil it, but yes, a little orphan from off the street comes in.
Just a little guy.
We talk to him for quite a bit.
He's adorable.
And there is a very interesting ending to this. Yeah. And one of the best endings to any of our episodes, I believe, of all time. So let's hear that. This is your number one. It's Time Bobby.
Number 1.
So first...
Ask me. May I say?
Yes.
At this point, this is it's rare that I do such a thing.
Mm-hmm.
Scottrick, you may ask me anything. Nothing is out of bounds. Nothing is off limits. It's all's fair in love and war and this interview. We may chat about this, that, even the other thing, which I have heretofore forbidden any journalist to ask me about.
Right. All right. Well, let me try to delve deep then.
I am an open book and lyrics.
I would love to ask you something just maybe that no one has ever asked you before.
I dare you to do so.
All right. Who would you say are the 2 main characters in Jesus Christ Superstar?
This is an excellent question. No one has ever asked me this. Usually, everyone just knows. If I were to state definitively who the main two characters are in Jesus Christ
Also,
Superstar.
you could expand it to main 3 too.
I like the way you think. This is two unasked questions in a row. The main two characters, in order, I would say. Probably
In order of importance or in order of appearance?
both.
Okay, great.
No, I can't remember who appears first. Please
Well, I
don't
believe-
hold me to that.
I believe Judas appears first.
No, all right. Then this would be in order of importance.
Okay.
In my mind.
The curtain rises.
Yes.
Lights up. Both of those
right.
kind of usually at the same time.
Everyone is told backstage, stop whistling, stop saying Macbeth.
And then all of a sudden, Judas appears on stage.
That's right, there
and
he
you,
is.
And you hear that famous refrain.
Always there are some boos in the audience.
Yes, always.
They recognize him. Boo, you
Villain.
betrayed our Lord.
Then Judas twirls his mustache.
That's right. He
And-
puts on his top hat.
Yes.
He stands up from the train tracks
And
when
then
he
he-
is tied Jesus Christ.
And he asks Mary Magdalene for the rent.
That's right. She says, I cannot pay this rent you ask.
Yes.
And he says, but I am Judas Iscariot, and I demand you pay 30 rents. 30 pieces of rent.
Yes.
5,000, 2,100, 600 rents.
Yes.
And then Jesus bursts from his ropes, and he says,
Yes.
Jesus smash. Then he goes on a rampage. Smashing this and that.
Yes.
The military is called in.
Yes, of course. And they start firing at him, but the shells just bounce off of his skin.
He says, you make Jesus angry.
Puny humans.
Puny humans.
Yes.
Then Pontius Pilate comes in.
Yes.
And he says,
And he punches Pontius.
he punches Pontius, who becomes a pilot, gets in a plane, but he can't fly it because he's so scared of the controls being dirty. He keeps washing his hands.
Yes, of course.
The plane crashes.
Yes.
Jesus resurrects everyone for the plane crash.
Smash cut 2.
It's 20 years later. The Skynet Corporation has taken over all of Judea.
Yes. Oh my goodness, what an amazing. Now, many of you have probably not seen this program because you're not theater nerds like us.
No. I imagine you like your sporting events.
Yes.
Your,
Cricket,
Your North American baseball.
your North American football.
What's that?
Football.
Sounds familiar.
It's a game where it has a quarterback and he touches the ball with his foot a lot.
Oh, you mean like English soccer?
Yes, of course.
Yes.
Okay.
So, and that's Jesus Christ Superstar, and there's the characters.
Okay, fantastic. Well, I have many more questions like this, so
I hope you have thousands and thousands.
So here we go.
The more probing, the better.
Okay.
You may ask me personal things. Doesn't need to just be work-related. I'm giving you carte blanche.
Okay, all right. Personal questions. How do you feel about the main characters in Jesus Christ Superstar? Do you feel like they're the right ones that you picked, and who are they?
Do you know, Scott Rick, I have conversations with the characters from my musicals almost every... Who's that knocking? This is highly irregular!
So this has never happened in the middle of an interview.
Hello.
What? Who's this little ragamuffin?
Hello.
Look at this street urchin.
Hey, who's there? Hello.
Who are you, son? Speak up, boy.
Are you Andrew Lloyd Webber?
Why, yes, I am. Oh, it's nice to meet you,
What a
man.
smart young child
Oh
you
my
are.
God, hi.
Hello, young man.
I'm a fan.
You're a fan of the musical theater?
Yeah.
And my work in it in particular?
Yeah, I was lost and I heard your voice outside, so I came in.
I say you recognized my voice.
Yeah,
From
from
outside the building.
I wouldn't recognize that voice.
Wait, hold on.
I like the cut of this young man's jib.
I do too. But this is you're lost in the building, young man.
I got lost.
I'm so sorry.
I
Wait,
was outside. I was so lost, and I heard the voice, so I came in because I'm hungry. I was looking for scraps
how long have you been lost?
for a couple years.
A couple years, you say?
Yeah.
That's a long time to be
I don't
lost,
have a
little boy.
watch or a calendar, so I don't know the exact time. But
Do you know the day that you?
Yeah, you may borrow my
Thursday.
calendar.
it was a Thursday. Really?
Yes, there you are.
Andrew Lloyd Webber, this calendar.
Wow, what's on that calendar?
It's
Can you
huge.
Okay, look at this calendar?
It's
What's on there?
beautiful. So many days.
Well, aside from the days, he scribbled little appointments on there.
Yeah.
Tell us some of those.
It's got one for a new topic of a film he's doing. First film ever.
Oh,
Wait a minute, a new film. This
Yes.
is a scoop.
He's never ventured into that, I know, because I follow his work a great deal.
Well, you've been gone for the last 2 years, though. How would you know if he's talked about it?
Newspapers.
Oh, okay. Do you see newspapers every day?
Yeah, that's what I sleep on, because I don't got a home.
Oh, these newspapers don't have a date on them.
So they do, but I only got one good eye.
Oh, I feel like a fool for asking now.
Seems like plenty
It's okay.
to read a date on a newspaper, though.
I'm sorry.
One good one?
Yeah.
Seems like you could read a date.
Well, kind of, but let's not get down to brass tacks or anything.
All right. No, I'm sorry to press you on
Please,
this.
okay.
leave the little boy's
You have to
privacy.
excuse me, I'm starving, so I get a little on edge sometimes.
Scotland, do we have any food here in the studio
Just
for this little
scraps,
boy to
any
eat?
kind of scraps.
I mean, all I have is sort of the fat that I cut off of my steak
that
earlier
would
today.
be the greatest.
I don't know. I don't want, I mean, it's bad for your health too. I don't know. I was saving that for my dog too.
He is a
Jesus.
ragamuffin.
I'm better than a dog. I'm a human boy.
He does outrank dogs.
All right, here, have my table scraps.
Thank you.
Here you go. Wait, don't.
eating
You're
the
eating the foil you're eating the swan foil.
There's
please.
vitamins in the foil.
No, please unwrap it if you could.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Very hungry.
Thank you so much. I haven't eaten in years.
Wow.
Is that medically possible for you to survive that long?
I don't know. I don't got a real doctor.
Fair enough.
That makes sense. We're just using science that we know. But you say a doctor would be able to tell you if not eating.
A doctor could tell you anything. It's the most trusted man in the business world.
And to be fair, Scottrick, perhaps we've become used to medical advances that have happened in the last 2 years.
That's true.
Perhaps we know that doctors can tell people that,
Yeah, that's.
Well,
I get what you're saying. Yeah.
Yes. So it's commonplace to us now, but for this little boy,
doesn't know.
emerging from the fog of 2 years ago.
Just
Yes,
a
no
Do you
little-
remember it? 2010.
Oh, I wish I could.
Oh no, actually 2009 because we taped this in 2011.
Oh, that's right. I keep forgetting that.
Yeah, we tape it a year in advance.
I keep forgetting it's 2011.
That's because I got your calendar.
So that's exactly why. You're a clever boy.
Give him back his
You can
calendar.
have your calendar back.
Here, I give you these table scraps, one's as big as yourself.
Oh, thank you.
Where did you get so many table scraps?
I'm just always carrying them around.
Really? For what purpose?
For just such an occasion, in case I meet orphans.
Well, my orphan, you could take me if you want. Put me in musical.
Are you, dear boy, are you an
I
orphan?
used to be an actor.
Is that so?
Yeah.
You've trod the boards.
I did a lot of musical theater when I was just a baby boy.
Is that... What productions? Would I have seen any of these?
I was in Jesus Christ Superstar.
Well, that's what I'm mine!
Yeah.
What role did
That's
you play?
what Jesus Christ.
He's
He's one of the main
role.
three.
May I be candid?
Sure.
He's the main number one.
Wow.
The most important character.
All right.
Jesus Christ Superstar.
So you played Jesus Christ Superstar.
Yeah.
So
We just called him Jesus Christ in the musical.
so can you sing one of the songs for us?
I wore my coat with golden lining.
I love it when Jesus wears his coat in
And
that
then-
show. It's just
and
like
then-
he shows it off and he's real.
Because it's a big coat. It's real nice.
Yeah.
Dude.
It must have looked even bigger on you. You're just
I
a little
still
baby
got
boy.
it. I still got it.
Really?
Yeah.
Why aren't you wearing it now?
Got stolen.
Oh, no, you don't still got it after all.
I was on the street sleeping and a man took it. But,
Now, may I ask you, young man,
yeah.
what are the curious circumstances that led you to be a homeless little fellow?
My parents were dead.
Oh.
So did you
Awkward.
run away from an evil orphanage a la Annie or?
Yeah, and a rich man took me in for a little while, and and they got me into a theater program.
Oh, that's so nice of him.
So that
That's
was nice.
Sort of broadened your horizons.
I just wanted scraps.
Well, I'm sure that if he was a rich man, you could have eaten
He was a
anything.
very rich man.
Ice
He gave
cream
me lots of good
sundaes?
food. Ice cream sundaes.
Mm-hmm.
He gave me a banana once. I put it on the ice cream sundae, and that's how the banana split got created. I don't know if you know that fact.
Wait a minute.
Hold on a second.
I have to ask you, young man.
Well, the second time it was created.
Oh, no further questions?
So when you created it, when it became something in your mind.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
I had never seen one before. So
Okay,
he just
so
told
you
me
actually
that.
created it because you'd never seen one before
Yeah,
nor
I
heard
create
of one.
things all the time.
Sure,
I
it's-
just created
it's
an
a-
air conditioner.
Well, someone can invent something even if it exists.
Yes, if they don't know it exists,
Yeah,
they
of
think
course.
they've invented
It's like someone who writes a joke that already exists. You still wrote the
it.
joke.
Great minds think alike, as they say.
Yeah, baby.
Wait,
I
no.
just made that up right now.
I'm sorry to tell you.
Yes,
This is the
a young
creation.
man, Austin
What?
Powers, has
What's
copyrighted
Austin
that.
Powers?
Oh,
He was a
you've
great-
been gone for longer than 2 years.
A great
I
agent, MI6.
So what happened to the rich man, though? He put you into this theater program, and then
He threw me away.
What's
In a little
this,
dumpster.
this cruel
Right.
fellow?
wait, what? So you were in a theater program?
I was walking the streets looking for scraps in a very rich part of town. And the rich man picked me up and he said, "Can you sing?" I said, "Yeah."
Okay.
And he put me in a theater program.
Okay, but what happened then? I don't understand, because you're under the care of a rich man. It seems like you.
Sometimes I can be a bit much.
Oh, you're a handful.
Yeah.
Now, Scottrick is right. Normally, for an orphan to become under the care of a rich man, it is a consummation devoutly to be wished by orphans. But you're saying it was through some personality quirk of your own.
Yeah, I get stabby.
What is that?
Whoa.
No, I'm not familiar with American slang. What does that mean? Cranky?
I live on the street, so I gotta know how to take care of myself and be a tough guy.
Certainly.
Oh,
And sometimes I get
wise?
stabby.
Now, again, I'm not
I
familiar
think what
with
he's
this
trying to
term.
say, Lord ALW, is that
Please call me Lord Andrew Lloyd Webber.
Please call him that. He deserves the respect.
Thank you,
So
young
sorry. Well,
orphan.
what is your name, by
Thank
the
you,
way? We
nameless
haven't even
orphan.
asked you your name.
My name?
Is it Fagin?
It's Forval.
Orville.
It's like Fivel, but one less.
So, wait, what was I saying? Oh,
You were
stabby.
asking- yes,
stabby. I
stabby,
think what he's trying to
stabby.
say is he actually stabs people.
Oh, yeah,
that-
all the time.
Is that what you mean?
You gotta take care of yourself. You gotta know how to stab, or else you'll get, you
Are
get
you
taken
carrying a
advantage
weapon?
You're not
of.
wrong there.
Are you carrying a weapon right now on
I'm
your
not
person?
carrying it. It's in my pocket.
What? You
Oh,
don't.
semantics. He's got you.
Okay.
Technically, his pocket is
My
carrying it.
hands are all greasy from the scraps, so I don't want to get it on a knife, because then the stabby won't be so accurate.
And to be fair, you did make him unwrap the scraps.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that actually is in our favor in case he wants to pull
So
that
that would-
knife. It may slip out of his hands because
Why?
of all the.
Why soever should he want to pull that
No,
knife?
you guys seem nice.
We are. I am.
So did your father figure, the rich guy, I would
Yeah,
imagine.
he was nice.
He was nice.
Why were you compelled to become so, as you put it, stabby?
He's got a mouth on him. He don't know when to stop.
Is that so?
Why?
What?
If you,
What was some
if
of
you
the...
tell me to clean my room and I'm not ready to clean my room, fucking please
Whoa, young man! Forval!
don't fuck with me.
Forval!
Horrible. Come on now. I hesitate to even criticize you.
It's okay. I like you. I like your show. I'm a fan of the show too.
Oh, wait, you know this show as
of
well?
course.
How did you get lost right outside my building then?
I got lost all over the place, but right outside I heard the beautiful voice and I came to it. I didn't even know it was like it's like it was pulling me towards like a rapture of some kind.
You've been gone for 2 years. It's 2011 right now because
Correct.
we taped the show a year in advance.
Yes,
so
of
how
course.
have you even heard the show? Have you been listening outside the door this whole time?
Sometimes I'll just go up close to people's ears when they have headphones in, try and listen in on the streets.
Oh, that's not annoying.
Yeah. No, they hate it.
Well, I curse those people. You're an adorable little fellow.
Thank you.
I would be delighted
Coming
should you...
from you, that's a dream.
Well,
I would feel much more comfortable if you disarmed yourself. If you just sort of put that out on the table and just
That's one.
one.
large knife.
Another one, a
What?
butterfly knife. I invented that.
You in what way did you invent that? Because that's an actual professional knife.
I thought of it, so I bought
What do
it.
you bought it? You didn't. I mean,
Well, sometimes I like to say that's inventing things.
May I
I'd
ask-
never had one before, and I never seen it. So when I bought it, I said, "Now this is something I could get used to."
Young Master Forval, may I ask you, when you
Okay.
say butterfly knife,
Yeah.
are you referring to the shape or its purpose?
I have killed many butterflies.
By knife?
Yeah, because they don't know when to fucking.
Oh, again, young fellow.
They just fly near you, and it's in your personal space, and
Most-
you gotta teach these fucking things away.
Oh,
sometimes.
please,
where did
most
you learn? Where did
unbecoming.
you learn this kind of
The
language?
streets.
Oh, okay.
well, there
I
we
understand
go.
now.
Now you have it. Yes, the streets.
So what exact? So did the policeman take you away?
No, I ran out and grabbed what I could in my bindle, and I went out into the streets.
You grabbed your coat of many colors.
Yeah, I still had that. I said, "Bring me my color coat."
Now, did
and
you-
they did, and
you-
I ran out
who
into
were
the streets.
The
and
servants brought
Yeah.
you,
Yeah.
and they weren't frightened of you from.
They no, because then I'm nice to them, but they know if they cross me.
May I say, Scottrick, and of course, Forval will know this from his experience with this rich elderly man. Servants, they do their jobs, and they do if they're good servants, they do them impeccably well. It would be crossing a boundary for a servant
To presume.
to presume someone from the upstairs.
You got to know
Sure.
your place.
You have to know. It's true.
I have-
Forval, on this we do agree.
I have seen Downtown Abbey, so I know.
Yeah.
Scottrick.
Yes?
Oh my
Oh,
word!
boy.
What's wrong?
Even I
like-
know that.
Like fingernails on the chalkboard of my eardrums.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm talking about my favorite program,
Don't say it again.
Downtown
No, you've
Abbey.
said it twice now.
Oh God.
Please.
I love that
kidding.
show. I'm the biggest Downtown Abbey fan there probably is.
I'm getting stabby. I'm getting stabby.
Whoa.
Go, Forval, go.
I won't bring it up anymore. Can I ask something about your coat?
Sure.
You say it's a coat of many colors.
Yeah.
Are you sure it's not just a white coat that has a lot of red bloodstains on it?
Are you fucking kidding me right now?
Don't fall.
It's my amazing Technicolor dream coat.
Steady.
I just wanted to make sure
Just
that it's...
Tread lightly is all I'm saying.
Okay, I'm
with this
sorry.
line of
I'm sorry.
I
questioning.
think you do best to take the lad's advice.
All
That's
right,
what
we'll do.
Scottrick-
We'll
There is blood on the coat, but it's of many. It's the blood of many.
People
Wait,
of different colors.
So wait a minute. Are you trying to say that like Spock's green blood?
I killed a Nimoy
Who is this?
You killed Leonard Nimoy
this morning.
this
this
morning.
morning?
Yeah.
What? Why?
in 2011.
I hope no one will ever hear of this.
Okay, let me check. Excuse me. Oh, okay, I'm back. No one's heard of it.
Oh, thank heavens.
Next year.
That's okay. The
Let us
guy in
keep
the
this
movie
dear
is not the
secret.
real guy. It's an imposter.
Oh my god! Because I think I checked and no one has ever seen the headline. Director of Three Men and a Baby has been killed.
I heard if you watch that film,
Yes.
you can see the background of one of the scenes
Yeah.
where
Yes.
Ted Danson is throttling Steve Gutenberg to death, saying, "Why did you make us have a baby? We're only two men." It's very early in the film. In the background, you could see Leonard Nimoy
Leonard Nimoy in
being
the window.
stabbed to death.
Yeah.
Oh my
There's
god!
a shotgun too for a second, but
Turns out it was just a cardboard cutout of William Shatner drowning his wife.
Oh dear. All right. My wife. All right. Let's get back on track here because we've gone off the rails.
Good luck to you.
A little bit here. I did have one question though for you, Andrew Lloyd
For
Webber.
me?
I mean,
Yes.
you said I could ask about anything.
Anything at all.
Yeah, and I just had one really specific question about. I want to get deep with you here.
Yes.
So, can you tell me what were the colors of Joseph's coat?
Oh, of course I can. Okay. Let me see if I remember correctly. It was red and yellow, green, brown, scarlet, black. I think there was some ochre, peach, ruby, olive, violet, fawn. Memory says lilac, gold, of course, chocolate, mauve. I think there was also a little bit of cream in there. Have I said crimson yet? I think there was crimson. Silver, of course. Something else from the red palette. Rose. Azure. I think lemon, russet, grape.
did you say crimson?
I believe I said crimson,
Okay.
yes.
He said it.
I'm sorry.
Purple.
He
didn't fucking
said
hear
it.
him.
He said it. Just like let him do his thing.
White, even though it's the absence of color. Pink. Orange. Red. Yellow. Green. Brown. Did I say scarlet, black, and ochre?
Yes.
Oh, you know what it is? I'm seeing them in my mind. And in my mind, Joseph is turning around.
I feel like you
And
forgot.
so he's doing a spin, a 360.
Yeah. He's showing it off.
Yes, and so I'm
He's being
seeing
a
them,
real dandy.
I'm seeing them all over again from the beginning.
Yeah, I feel like you've forgotten a really important one.
Did he say crimson?
He
crimson
said
twice.
crimson.
All right.
You already asked him about-
yeah. I'm sorry.
Fuck, man.
I'm sorry.
Come on, you just shut up
Gentlemen,
and
gentlemen,
let
yes,
me-
gentlemen, please. This is most unseemly.
Okay, I'm sorry. This
Blue.
kid. Oh, blue. Yes, that's the one. That
I don't know why I couldn't think of blue. But
Yeah,
it's blue.
the maybe the most popular color of all.
Yes.
Look, just this kid bugs me. I don't know. What it is. Are
Scott,
you
stop
really-
being such a fucking bitch. man.
Forval, please, Forval, why don't you practice your butterfly knifing for just a little bit? And
Yeah, have
Scott
you
and I
ever
will
tried- have you ever-
let the grown-ups talk for a
Yeah,
little
yeah,
bit.
yeah. Just try to stab around your fingers. Have you ever done anything like that?
Mumbly pig.
Yes. Are you really gonna adopt this kid?
I've never been more terrified in my entire life.
You're not acting like it. I have to say that you're a very
I'm
good
trying
actor.
to appease this monster.
I think you'll be really good on Smash then.
Do you think so?
Yes, because I mean, I would never have guessed.
Is it a bit of a cheat I'm playing myself?
I think it's not a stretch necessarily, but sometimes you have to ease into something.
Do you know,
like
I
that.
loved the player where they're all playing themselves and everyone had a great fun.
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot like how Chris Rock had to play a crack addict before he could move on to being head of state.
Yes, that's right.
You know what I
He's
mean?
wonderful in that film.
He's
Underrated.
so wonderful.
Now, Scottrick.
Yes.
I need you to spirit me away from this studio.
I don't know that I have the resources to do that.
You
What
said
exactly
I'm
do
an
you
English
mean?
lord, you simply must. Radio to a helicopter pilot
we don't
and
have
have him throw down a rope ladder.
We don't have one of those. I mean, we just have this
What?
sort of. We just have like kind of a strange hatch that leads into a
I say.
a hidey hole,
Can
like
I
a spider hole.
Can I squeeze into this hidey-holing spider hatch?
I guess you could, but I mean, the thing is.
Okay,
it's-
goodbye.
Wait, it's hidden. That's the.
I'll find it.
Okay.
Goodbye.
Well,
I hope not forever,
I hope not forever.
but goodbye.
too. Okay. Hey, Forval.
Hey,
So, how'd that game go?
it went good. I was practicing my knife.
Yeah. It looks good. Yeah, you didn't stab your.
Where did my daddy go?
Oh, you didn't see him go away?
No,
Huh? Yeah, you had your back turned.
he must be going to get the room ready, the cage room.
Yeah, that sounds good to you, huh?
Yeah, I can't wait.
Spend a whole year inside that cage?
Finally feel loved and be just like a real boy.
say, is he gone?
Holy shit.
Scottrick, give me the all clear.
Oh my god.
Sound the all clear.
Scott, did you try to pull fast one on me?
I didn't pull anything. I was.
surely he's gone by now. Oh, hello, Forval.
Hi,
You
Dad.
were literally gone for 60 seconds. That's not enough time to get rid of anyone.
I just thought he would have killed you and gotten bored and wandered off. I hope
Hey, you
that's
were
not
willing to
rude.
sacrifice me?
Not willing to sacrifice you, but willing to turn a blind eye should you be sacrificed.
You're not listening to any of this,
No,
right,
I
Forval?
can't hear sometimes.
Okay.
I hope this is one of those times.
My one good ear.
Seems like even with one ear, you'd be able to hear.
What?
Never mind.
Got it.
So, no, I didn't pull a fast one on you. I was looking in the same direction as you, and this guy just like totally turned around and he tried to get out of here.
This guy is Lord Andrew Lloyd Webber, by the way.
Look, I'm not gonna lie. I understand.
Oh.
Do you?
Yeah.
Is that what adults usually do?
You're just my favorite, and I really wanted to live with you, but, you know, I got a lot of baggage and stuff, so.
Forval, though it means my most certain death, will you please let me adopt you?
Oh, I knew it.
Oh my gosh.
This is the greatest day of my life.
Please become my murderous son.
I
Or
will.
Ward.
Or Ward. Let's see
Yeah.
how it goes. Ward
Like-
first.
Yeah, like a
Then-
Robin
yeah.
type.
Yes, we'll solve some crimes.
Yeah.
Like Burt Ward.
Vigilante justice.
Sweet. I got a sweet little outfit on, too, so.
Oh, wait, now that I see it, yes, it is rather reminiscent of your rags and tatters I just assumed were clothes that were wearing off of you, are actually a very carefully constructed Robin costume.
Yeah.
Wow. This is amazing. I've always wanted to visit your place, and you've never invited me.
Well, no. But surely you didn't expect an invitation.
Well, I mean, you're on this program so many times.
Yes, how many times have I been invited, dear boy?
One.
Yes, and this is that time.
And now I would like to be invited to your place.
Well, why don't you try bursting into my home a few times?
Yeah,
and then
try
we'll see
it,
how
try
it goes.
it, try
Seems
it.
to lead to invitations.
All right.
Try
Well,
burst in and see what happens.
Oh, I like this.
so it seems like you have some sort of like little attack dog here at the ready now that you're going to keep in a cage and you're going to have
Please.
protect your house here.
Please don't talk that way about my ward, who's also my vigilante justice partner.
I mean, I thought that you and I were cool on this. Like,
Look, I'm terrified of him.
why
I'm
did
trying to appease him.
you say that you were going to adopt him?
I'm trying to appease
Are
him.
you going to try to ditch him?
No, I'm going to try to escape at the earliest convenience, don't you understand?
You're not actually going to adopt him?
My God, no, why would I? He's a stabbing little maniac.
Well, how do we get rid of this guy?
I don't know.
I think the only thing to do is to try to outreach him to one of these knives and kill him.
All right, the knives are back on the table.
Yeah. Well, I think the mistake that we made the last time
Yes.
was that we announced that we were going to all reach for the
Yes,
knives.
yes,
What we
I
should
think
do
you're
is get
right.
the jump on him.
Yes.
We should reach for these knives before he does, so that way we have at least like a half second before he...
I say, should we have a code word?
Yeah. What should the code word be? A knife?
Knife grab.
Knife grab. Okay, so if either of us says knife grab, then we're both going to reach for the...
Not a grab knife. This has to be crystal clear.
Okay.
Knife grab.
Knife grab. How
grab.
can we remember that?
You
There has to
remember
be some
knife, and
mnemonic
Okay, yes, a mnemonic device.
to
Let's
let
see.
us know that when we grab the knife, we want to say knife grab.
Knife grab. The signal is knife grab. How do we remember
Knife.
to grab the knives when we hear the term knife grab?
Well, K stands for kid.
yes, he's a kid.
Yes. N
Right.
stands for naughty. He's a naughty kid.
Yes, he is.
Okay.
Kid,
I stands,
naughty.
I stands for I'm going to
a
grab
person.
a knife.
Yes, I am the person.
F stands for friend. He's not our friend.
Friend.
Okay. And E stands for education, which is every child should have an education. So
Yes.
that'll be easy to
Also,
remember.
every good boy deserves fudge.
That's true. Okay. So that's that. at
G.
least- Yes, G. Go ahead. I did knife. You can do.
Of
grab.
course, fair's fair. G stands for Gadzooks. I'm terrified of this little child who's going to stab me with a knife.
Okay, good.
I must wrest the knife away from his control and therefore gain the upper hand.
Okay. Fantastic.
So remember that.
All right.
R stands for really. Don't you think it's time you grab the knife?
Okay. Good. A. We're up to A.
A stands for
Yeah. Here we are.
a shame it would be were this little boy to grab the knife first.
Okay.
And stab us.
Yes, okay. And then, of course, that leads us to the last letter, B.
B. Boy.
Boy. Okay. So we have it for kid,
Let's review.
kid,
K. Kid.
kid, N, naughty. He's a naughty kid.
naughty kid.
I want to
I.
grab this knife.
Yes.
F, friend. He's
not a friend.
He's not a friend.
That's how we remember. He's not a friend.
E, every
Friend.
good boy deserves fudge and
true.
education.
That's right.
Dual meaning. Okay.
G. Gadzooks.
Gadzooks.
This little boy is
Little
going to
boy is
stab me.
I have to grab this knife
before he does
and
then
stabs me. Yeah.
Knife grab.
He was listening. He has one good ear. I am slain.
Perfidy! A plague on your lack of a house!
Number 1.
Oh boy, Paul, what do you think? Your number one episode,
That I'm pleased as Punch's pilot. That
the aforementioned Punches pilot that we were just talking about. in
there
that
you
clip.
go. I'm as pleased as he, as that great man, that this was number one. I enjoyed this episode so much.
Yes.
It seemed like it was so much fun to record.
It was. I
And
can
then
tell you
everyone was
that.
having fun.
I can tell you that from me and from Lord Andrew Lloyd Webber and from Bobby Moynihan, who played the urchin
right.
Forville,
I would say,
and the real Andrew Lloyd Webber
yes,
who we had.
I would say if I were in Andrew Lloyd Webber's place, I would imagine I would say what a fun time it was, and how the excitement of it, just continuing that narrative and going on and not doing the games and just that crazy kind of riffing that just
and the
building that
unexpected
story.
ending with the mnemonic device,
Yes.
the knife grab, and everything, all
Yes,
spun
yes.
out of thin air.
Yes.
And
Had I participated in it, I would say it's one of the most fun times I ever had recording a podcast.
well, not for me, but hey.
Well, dude, it was, the apples and oranges, to each his own.
No, of course I love that episode, and it rightfully takes the place of number one. It takes its place at number one.
There's no more number ones.
Never.
This takes its place.
And Paul, I want to thank you so much for being my ghost. No, my co-host for this these very two special best of episodes. This was a great year.
They were the twoest special best of episodes.
Oh my gosh! And I wish you had been on it more this year, but
I know. Maybe next year. Who knows?
And I really look forward to.
Hey guys! Hey!
Oh, wow.
Scott, Paul, how you doing?
Hi, it's
Oh my God! It's Weird Al Yankovic
Hey,
is here.
very exciting. Hi.
I know you're doing your best of show for the year, and I meant to drop by earlier. Where are you up to in the countdown now?
Well, we've done all the way from 10 to number 1.
So we've done the entire
So
countdown.
sorry. Where was I in the countdown? I'm sorry I missed it, man. I wish I could have riffed with you guys.
Well, your episode, it's not exactly like within the bounds
It's
of
not
necessarily one.
Yeah.
It's not two.
It's not,
either.
I mean, it's a big countdown.
but
It's a lot of numbers.
Are you saying I wasn't in the countdown?
Look,
Out of the whole year!
we did probably 55, 56 shows this year.
Scott, let me,
Yeah.
if I can. What Scott is trying to say is, no, you are not in the countdown.
Thank you, Paul. I never know how to say that.
Sometimes just the straight line, you know.
Thank you, guys. Well, that's great. I'm in 2-hour parking. I'm gonna go before I get ticketed. Thanks a lot.
Oh, no.
Hell
no.
I'll see you in 2013.
No, Al,
I hope
It's
so.
better next year.
I hope to.
we'll make your best of next year.
Al, don't
Great.
leave. We love you.
We love you.
Why are you
We love you,
leaving?
Hal.
Don't
leave.
leave, Hal.
Come on, you're my
Good
girlfriend.
luck.
You're my girlfriend. You know we live together.
I can't. It's so hateful to me.
Well, Paul, I think there's only one last thing to do before we leave.
I think you're right, Scott.
And that is play a little. See you in 2013. Thanks. Bye.
This has been an Earwolf Media production. Executive producers Jeff Ulrich and Scott Aukerman. For more information, visit earwolf.com.
Earwolfradio.com. The wolf dead.